kicks, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Swim. Shoot. Hard.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And a strong start on the ground. He'll get 7 on the game's first play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
2-2.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run here with Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Brown. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
At the 18-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Ravens first down.
42-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Biggest.
The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Now Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Defensively on 3rd down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing the turnover? So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. 2nd down. Jackson. Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
2-2.
Now Murray to throw on second down. Quick slant into the hands of Ibuka. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Open man. Downfield. Chase has it. They get 24 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The RPO, they'll get this to Ibuka. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They don't need much. It is third and inches. On the ground, it's the tight end. Oh, he's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Let's go. 2-2.
They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
It's a turnover on
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Jackson now on second down. He fires downfield for Pitts. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. Back to throw, Jackson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, say hi. What?
The design run here with Jackson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
Here's Etienne. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Ravens first down.
To throw is Jackson. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries the...
And he's in! Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Ravens. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Hold on, Eric. Easy.
On first down, Murray. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 33 yards.
39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Mike Green is there on the stop. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Anthony Gould was the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
For the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Jackson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Jackson now to throw on first down. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson now from the 50. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A minute 58 to go in the first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Jackson gonna keep it.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Jackson gonna give it up on a pop pass. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2. Down to the 2. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Etienne. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Now Etienne, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety possession, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Big Ace, Big Ace. Oh, 1, 2, 2.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. On first and 10, Jackson. He'll drop this for Etienne. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6.
At the 39-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. On the ground, here's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 6. The carry here for Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Brings up second and 8.
Hey, middle, report. You.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Jordan Battle from his secondary spot makes his way in and takes down the QB.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Second down, Jackson. to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Third down coming up. Throwing Jackson. That one incomplete. Covering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Big Ace. 2-2.
Murray going to give this up on a pop pass. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Murray now on second down. Throw on the run is complete. 12 yards on that hookup. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far, and that's only his first catch of the game. You know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going, so we'll see if that's the case here. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Has some room inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown Cincinnati. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Jackson now on second down. That one incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second formation. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack. Jackson from the gun on third down. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. A short game, down to the 7.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, Jackson. This one caught at the 4.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
What you got?
On first and 10, Murray. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
Now a give on the ground, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 23, here's second down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on down. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up second down.
Omaha.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and inches.
It's second and inches.
Here's Brown. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down. First and 10.
Murray will throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
He'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Jackson now. Throughout another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Jackson going to keep this one himself. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. What a job on the design run. Good for 17 and a first down. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up second down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Second and 10. To throw is Jackson. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devon Bailey. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Easy.
First down throw for Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Biggest 10 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Murray. That's taken in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
That's good.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Empty. Big ace. Ace. Two.
Murray's going to throw again. Short one into the hands of Gesicki.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's complete to all the tight ends. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Murray. They find Brown out of the backfield. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again is Murray. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Bengals going to be set up with first and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
That's good.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with...
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The return starts from the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This taken at the 5. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it is a win here for